Now, Drew, how much of what we see in this country is media caused? And I mean directly caused. We know the media sucks. That's not news. We know they're left wing. We know they intentionally make everything worse. How big of a problem is it? Because I have to be honest, I vacillate back and forth between thinking it's part of it and it's basically all of it. Where is it?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that it's a little bit of both too. I tend to think it's mostly all of it. But with that comes it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you've got this media who's able to go out there and push whatever agenda and lies that they want to, which they're really, really good at, by the way. You got to give them credit where credit's due, I guess. But then the problem is you've got audiences out there, viewers, listeners, whatever, who aren't smart enough to cut through the lies and the BS and ascertain what's real and what's not. But it's also, the problem is you have those people who can't cut through it, and also that's the only voice they're hearing. So it makes it really, really difficult. It's like, I was saying this week, you cancel cops in live PD, some of the only opportunities to show the good in police, and now only thing that's left, the only voice that's left to talk about police is the mainstream media, who, of course, their narrative is cops are bad, they're awful people, whatever. So it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem, and the fact that there's really just one loud voice for their side makes it a huge obstacle for us.
It's a huge obstacle, and I guess this is what I've been trying to wrap my mind around, Drew, because I don't want to always just, everything sucks and they suck and this sucks. I want to actually present some kind of solution or something. What can we do about it? Because everything you just said is 100% true. And look, even if somebody is, intelligent and curious enough, most of the time people don't have time. They said that, look, they're going to sit down in a day. Yeah. Obviously, they're going to do your show. They're going to do my show, but they don't have time for anything else beyond that. In all seriousness, they don't have time to consume news all day. How do you cut through that when they sit down for 15 minutes a night? Oh, cops are racist. That sucks. I hope we eliminate them. And they turn off the television. How do we overcome that?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's not many ways to do it. I think, obviously there's some bigwig or a group of bigwigs could start something, market the heck out of it and make it super huge so it is in the face of everyone like they do. But that's a lot of work and that's a lot of money to do that. And it's a losing proposition for a long, long time, just trying to get things out the gate and do it right. So, I think that there's ways that you can fight back systemically that way and start to build stuff, but the sad thing is there really is, because of that same equation of time that you bring up and the lack of options, there's not many ways to do it other than having some great divorce and just realize that we're never going to actually agree with each other. And maybe it's time to go, which we've talked about, different directions. There's not much room in between, which is so depressing. And it's like, no, there's got to be. But you sit around, you rack your brain, and you think of these options. And again, unless you have huge platforms come out of nowhere that rival, the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the big tech giants like Facebook and Twitter and some of these people who squelch other voices, unless you have something that rises up there, there's not many other options other than just saying, we're going to go this way, you go this way, and you believe and say what you want, and our media will do the same over here. I don't know. It's impossible situation.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.